Hi, in this video we're going to cover Amazon outsourcing, and you can do this at any stage. If you're just starting out, if you're already selling products, or if you're planning to grow your business, and it doesn't have to be expensive. Okay, so first of all, you need to make a list of tasks that you basically want to potentially outsource. And the easiest way to do this is just as you go about your week, just write down everything that you're doing towards your Amazon business. And that could be accounting, bookkeeping, design work, photography, copywriting, checking inventory, arranging shipments with your supplier, labeling. There's all kinds of things. Just write down everything because there'll be things that you didn't even think about on there that then you might want to outsource. And so once you've got your list of tasks that you want to outsource, the best thing to do is to look for the main thing that's maybe taking up a lot of your time, or you're not very good at, or it will really help your business if someone else did for you, or if you found a professional to do it better. For example, if you did your product photography and now you want to optimize those, getting a professional photographer might be an option here. Or you're doing all your bookkeeping and the accounting is taking you hours every week just to keep up on top of all your expenses, then outsourcing this task might make sense. Just choose one of the tasks. It doesn't have to be the biggest, it doesn't have to be the most complicated. Just choose a task that would help you if you can get someone else to do it. And ideally, it's not the most complicated to start with, because you want to get familiar with this process of outsourcing and hiring, and then you can look at broadening tasks you subcontract to people. Okay, so once you know what the kind of broad task is that you want to give to someone else, you need to actually document the process. And a great way to do that is just video. So I'm using Camtasia Video now, and you can easily just record what you do towards that process, that particular task. So if it's inventory or reorders or shipping, or if it's your bookkeeping, you need to spell out exactly, where the data comes from, where the data needs to go, etc. As if you were going to give it to someone else, and then you're going to leave the room, and just from your instructions they should be able to get 95% of what you mean. Then nobody's going to be able to do it perfectly 100% every time, and that's why we will follow up with whoever you hire to help them, guide them, onboard them, and then later you can hand off the task completely. So now you've documented the process, or you have a video of what you need them to do. The next is to go to one of the outsourcing platforms, and personally I like UPWORK. There's plenty of them out there. There's Freelancer. You can look to hire someone full-time with posting job ads. You can hire a VA in the Philippines if that's what you're looking for. But personally I use UPWORK because I find that I can get 99% of the things I need done on there. I'm familiar with the platform. I get good value, so I'm not going to learn a whole new platform just to save $1 an hour on someone's salary, for example. So I'll explain a little bit about UPWORK, but this probably applies to other platforms. You want to look for people who have had good reviews and done several similar tasks to what you've done, and then when they're quoting for your task, is that their response, their email, is not just a copy paste, but it looks like they have read your job post, your description of what task you need people to do. So the other thing to remember is to create a really well-defined job task that you're posting, and only invite people who you think match that to your job. Don't just leave it open for anyone, because you'll get hundreds of people applying that you don't really think are suitable for your job at all. Make sure you search for, on UPWORK you can do this at least, you search for 10 or 20 freelancers that match the requirements of what the task is, and then invite them to bid on your job. And maybe you only get 4 or 5 bids from those 20 people. That's fine. At least you've invited people that look qualified for what you want. And then the next step is, once you've got the initial quotes and email and clarified anything about the pricing or any other questions about what the task involves, then you choose one person and you give them a trial. And that trial, usually I try to do a similar task or part of the task, or if it's hard to give them only part of the task, why not say, okay, I'm going to trial you for 2 weeks and see how you get on, and then give them the trial to actually do the real job and see how they get on with the real job. But you have to remember that anyone doing it, even with your instructions, even if your instruction video, not everyone is going to be able to 100% get exactly what you want. There'll be questions, so make yourself available to help them through the process and then see how they get on. And remember, You'll know after a couple of weeks if this person seems like they know what they're doing, they're good, they're responsive, communication's good, I'm getting some results, it looks like they can handle it, or you feel like they're just not really the right person. And that's why having a trial and agreeing a trial up front helps, especially with freelancers, because then that way you can just end the contract and trial the next best person. And sometimes I found that it took 3 or 4 attempts before I got someone really good. Okay, so you've outsourced bookkeeping, for example, through UPWORK to someone. Now you can look at your task list and you can choose to add additional team members or specialists for different tasks. Or you can have one admin person who does 3 or 4 different tasks for you. For example, creating purchase orders, checking inventory, checking your ranking, checking your reviews, checking comments from customers on your website. Simple things like that, one person can do multiple tasks for. But things like design, you want a designer. Things like photos, you want a photographer. Things like accounting, bookkeeping, you want a specialist accounting bookkeeper. Because they're quite specialist tasks, the average person's not going to do them very well. You really kind of want specialists for specialist tasks. And again, the beauty of this is you don't have to hire everyone full time. You can just give the tasks which take up a lot of your time and agree to do it in such a way that maybe for 5 hours a month, you've got someone else handling all of that for you. So you're 5 hours a month at $7 an hour, $35 a month. You've got someone else to handle, all of that tasks for you. 30, $50, you can get someone else to handle all your bookkeeping, for example, rather than you doing it. And so if you had a full-time bookkeeper, you're paying thousands of dollars a month. But with freelancers, you can actually get amazing value. Are you looking to grow your Amazon business? Zillionaire is the best Amazon metrics software. It has dozens of great features, including real-time profit and loss, inventory management, Amazon PPC ad optimization, custom dashboards, and much, much more. Head on over to zillionaire.com and sign up today. The link is in the description below.